You're muted. You're muted. Oh my goodness.
She muted everyone but herself.
What a way to start a show. It's super chaotic, and that's how I live my life. It's also my middle name. Welcome to my show, guys, on my channel. It's Nomi Without You. This is Dames and Dorks. We're hosting it here on my channel. Nadia is out, and she's going to be taking the night for herself, but I have awesome panelists with me. As always, I have Lily and Dr. Rachel, and today is a special one because we have none other, the great, the awesome, the most handsome devil on the internet, and that is Fearthebeardo. Now, welcome, Beardo.
Let's go. What an intro.
Thank you so much for joining us. How are you?
I'm chilling. How are you guys? Happy Valentine's Day to you guys.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy
guys.
Valentine's Day, everyone.
Yes, and then I also realized that today is Wednesday because normally we stream on Thursdays, but it's Wednesday, and on Wednesdays we wear pink. So what other way to wear pink than Valentine's Day? Am I right, girls?
Of course.
Yes. And Beardo, do you know what I'm referencing when I say this? Wear pink on Wednesdays.
Is that a Mean Girls thing?
It is.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I had a slightest idea.
Okay, cool.
Oh, he's pretending that he doesn't know, but actually he's seen it many times.
I've seen Mean Girls one time, and this was years ago.
And then what did you think of that?
I mean, it was fine. It was all right. I mean, it's good for a one-time watch for me. It was
Okay,
good.
well, that is a female cult classic movie, and that is a movie that I constantly quote in my life. But
I
yes.
mean, it's got to be up there with one of the most quoted movies of all time.
Yes, it is. I don't know, girls. What is your? Because I know later in the show we're going to talk about our favorite rom-com movies or worst rom-com movies out there.
What's the date? What's the date from Mean Girls? It's like today was May 6th.
October 9th.
October 9th. That's the one. Yeah. It's like today was October 9th. Today is October 9th.
No, so that particular scene is Lindsay Lohan's character is sitting right behind Aaron.
The dude,
I can't remember his last name, but she was super anxious to talk to him, and she would, Aaron Samuels, and she created anything to get in conversation with him, and she asked what the date was. He's like, it's October 9th. But she already knew that it was October 9th.
Yeah.
She just wanted to hear from his voice.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Yes.
October 9th. That's the day. Okay.
I don't know. Beard, do you watch any rom-coms like with the girls, or just do you have is that a guilty pleasure for yourself? Yeah.
Rom-coms. Rom-coms. There's I Love You, Beth Cooper.
I've never seen it.
I Love You, Beth Cooper. That's with Hayden Panettiere.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one. What other ones? Is American Pie considered a rom-com?
Still never seen it.
I know.
What?
I Love You, Beth Cooper. How about Forgetting Sarah Marshall?
Yeah, that one's cool.
Yeah,
That's a good one. I mean, that's about it. I mean, I don't really, sit down and watch rom-coms. The Breakup?
What is that one?
Vince Vaughn and Jennifer Aniston?
Oh yeah.
The
Oh
Breakup?
yeah, that's also a rom-com.
Yeah.
I don't know. One recently that I just kind of do like a lot. It's Crazy Rich Asians.
I have not seen that one, but I've heard
I
good
haven't
things
seen
about
that.
it.
It's really good. I'm not into book turned into movies, but this one was really good. I'm not I like Awkwafina because she is in it. I like her as a comedian. I don't like her as a voice actress, and I think she's hilarious in that movie. Just how she's stinking rich, and she can just look like a hot mess, but still always ready to go out and be social anywhere. And that's the kind of life I want to live in my life.
Except that I think that movie launched her career. Now we can't get rid of her. She's voice acting over everything now, and I'm like, no, why?
She's in Jumanji. She's in several. She's in the new oh my gosh, Kung Fu Panda 3 movie, and that's where it kind of broke my back on that one, where I'm just kind of sick of Awkwafina. But yes, but I think we're going way too far into our topics, and I did introduce the girls, but Lily, go ahead and introduce yourself. real quick.
Hey guys, so I'm Lily, and of course we're hanging out here on Valentine's Day, so happy Valentine's to everybody. And then of course we have our awesome guest. Thank you so much, Beardo, for being here with us and spending some time with us. We're not going to torture you too much, hopefully. But yeah, it's going to be a great show.
Dr. Rachel, what you got?
Hi, I'm Dr. Rachel. You probably see me around Twitter a lot as Sauron_cosplay, and it's great to have this panel here with the lovely ladies, including Beardo. And we will torture you plenty, talking rom-coms, talking Valentine's Day stuff, talking all kinds of things that are going on, especially like the Super Bowl just had. So I'm sure we're going to be talking about that and a bunch of other things. Good times. Good times.
Good times, yes. We did not make it super miserable because you're the only dude here and it's just a panel of girls. So we did throw in some football stuff for you to, give
Fair
us
enough.
your dude takes in it. Because
I respect that.
I don't know about, no, Lily, you're well educated in football because, go Cowboys, we them boys. Next year is our year. But
I personally do not say that because every time I hear it, I cringe because I'm like, shut up. I'm like, it hasn't been our year for like 29 years now.
Theodore's gonna leave.
Beardo just like
I just heard well educated and go Cowboys in the same sentence. That is rough.
Oh my God.
That's rough.
I know. I see your banner in the back, Giants.
Yeah, I've at least got to watch the Giants win 2 Super Bowls in my lifetime. Both of them against Tom Brady. Once against the undefeated, the best team ever, the New England Patriots, lost to my Giants in the Super Bowl. And then 4 years later, lost to the Giants again. Let's go G-Men, even though we do suck. But so do the Cowboys.
It's okay. We
do suck, but it's all right. Well, that is actually a good segue as we go into our first topic, and that is the Super Bowl. That is this trash man that is viral right now, and that is Travis Kelce. I don't know. There's a viral video out there, and it's Travis Kelce yelling at oh my gosh, Andy Reid. That's his name, right?
Yes.
Yes. And I'm not sure I know the full context on it because I was not into the Super Bowl this year as I have been in the past. It's just mainly because Taylor Swift is the one that kills it for me. And I don't know, Beardo, give me the breakdown. What happened on this?
About with altercation with Kelce and Andy Reid?
Yeah.
Okay, so the Chiefs were driving down the field, getting ready to score.
Yeah.
And Travis Kelce got taken out of the game just for to have a rest or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And they call a run play. It was a run play to the left side with Pacheco. Their running back.
Okay.
And he fumbled the ball. Pacheco fumbled the ball. The 49ers recovered it. And Travis Kelce blamed the tight end who replaced him on that play that he didn't block well enough, and that the defender that he was supposed to be blocking wound up causing Pacheco, the running back, to fumble. So Kelce went up to Andy Reid, pushed him over, yelled at him, got in his face, and said, "Hey, you fucking idiot, you shouldn't have taken me out. I would have blocked this guy like my replacement didn't block him." And he got really fucking mad about it. And Travis Kelce wound up making himself look like a complete ass. Like, making physical contact with your coach who is he's your elder. He is the one that's in charge of the team, of the entire team, and you're going to make physical contact with him and yell at him and try to almost humiliate him. And this Travis Kelce wound up looking like a complete ass of himself, like doing that. While his girlfriend, one of the most popular women on the planet, is up in the stands, up in the VIP box. His girlfriend, who at any moment, she loves breaking up with dudes. Taylor Swift loves breaking up with dudes. That's her favorite thing to do. Taylor Swift's favorite thing to do is to break up with guys. And he's going to go and make a fool of himself, an ass out of himself, and completely humiliate his head coach. Travis Kelce, what are you doing, man? Have you not done your homework? Have you not done your research? Taylor Swift loves breaking up with dudes like you over less. So, like, but yeah, Travis Kelce made an ass of himself while his girlfriend, who loves breaking up with dudes, is up in the stands. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if we're getting too early on into this, but I wouldn't be surprised if she breaks up with him very soon over this shit, because this Taylor Swift's team, like her PR team, her management, and her agents, how do they not say, hey, this is a bad PR move? This makes you look bad if you stay with this guy.
Yeah, totally agree.
Nomi, you're muted.
You're muted.
So I'm sorry, guys. I'm still new to this. Thanks for catching me on that. But yeah, no, I agree with you on that one, Beardo. Just like, you do know who your girlfriend is, right? Once she dumps your ass, you realize she's going to make a banger out of your relationship. And I'm not talking about, your relationship. I'm talking about a song, the next hit for Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like, that's something that I saw the viral video, and that was my first thought on that. Well, like, what would you do if, girls, hear me out on this. If your boyfriend, if you're dating Travis Kelce and you're somehow Taylor Swift, what would you do on this kind of incident? Would you dump him right there and then?
I mean, to be honest, when they were showing Taylor up in her little box, it looked like she was kind of tipsy and a little bit drunk. So I'm not even sure she was aware of what was happening. I think they showed her like in some other video that went viral too, where she was trying to like chug a beer or something. So
yes, I saw that.
I'm not even sure if she knew what was happening at the time. She probably got wind of it later. But yeah, I agree, because she's trying to keep her image. I mean, despite her breaking up with every single guy she's ever dated in like 2 months, I mean, her team tries to make her look very squeaky clean. They don't want any kind of bad image or anything on her. And I mean, if he's going to be doing things like this, I don't think her team's going to like it.
Mm-hmm. Rachel, what's your take on that?
I agree. It seems like her PR people very much have her on lockdown of like, she's this good girl, she doesn't get angry. She doesn't get pissed off other than to like write, songs about all of her breakups and stuff like that. That's about as angry as she gets. So something like this, because it's drawing so much negative attention, it might be a breaking up point, because I mean, her relationships really only seem to last a couple months anyway. But I'm also, conspiracy mind, maybe he wanted that to happen. Maybe Travis was actually betting on her breaking up with him. Maybe he wants to date someone else, or maybe he does want a song about him. I don't know.
Well, I think there were some rumors that at one point he was talking to Megan Thee Stallion. So I don't know. yeah.
Go for it, man.
Like, I'm sorry, guilty pleasure. I watch like the YouTubers that do the all of the tea and stuff. And somebody actually did a video on Travis Kelce. So like his dating history and him wanting to date Megan Thee Stallion kind of makes sense. That's more his type than Taylor Swift. But they really dug up a lot of stuff, like old tweets of his where he was making fun of like people and women and all kinds of stuff. And all of his ex-girlfriends said that he was a cheater. So I'm like, oop, I don't know.
I'll play devil's advocate a little bit. Travis Kelce, it's the Super Bowl. This is the biggest game of his career, other than the last time he was in the Super Bowl. But once you win a Super Bowl, like the next game that's most important to you is the next time you're in the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. So this is like his biggest moment. He doesn't want to get taken out. He wants to do as much as he can for the team. And when a mistake happens on the field and he feels like if he were playing, he could have prevented it, then like there's some serious emotion that's going on there. So I don't want to put the nail in the coffin and say that Taylor Swift should break up with him over this. Like if this was a regular ordinary girl, not Taylor Swift, just a chick that he was dating, maybe engaged to, and this still happened. Like, I'm not saying, oh yeah, that's the red flag, break up with him. Like, this is a dude who's clearly emotional and passionate about wanting to help his team out and win the game and everything. But since the fact that it is Taylor Swift, and that she has this PR team and she has this image and stuff. And she is more than self-aware of that image that she has online and with her fans and everything. That's where it gets a little, that's where it gets a little serious.
Where it gets a little choppy on that?
Yeah. I'm not saying what he did was entirely... What he did wasn't... It wasn't a red flag, but it also wasn't good. It was out of line, but it's not something to break up with someone over. Unless you're Taylor Swift and you like breaking up with dudes. Then this is like something where you would like, okay, I'm breaking up with this guy over this because I'm Taylor Swift and I like breaking up with guys. But if this just happened, he's in a relationship with any other normal just chick, this is not something to break up with him over. But it's Taylor Swift we're talking about here.
I don't know. That's like a red flag to me. It's like you're yelling at an elder. I would have left that Super Bowl. I would have left him high and dry. That's just me.
I mean, okay. The only thing that was super duper messed up about it was that he actually looked like he grabbed him or something or shoved him. I'm not sure.
He shoved him a little bit.
But he shoved him, right? But as far as like yelling and getting emotional, I mean, I can understand that you're at the Super Bowl, Nomi. Like this is like the biggest thing that for them the whole year. Like they want to win. I don't know if
better way.
Or not. Yeah, I don't know. If
what better way than to break up with him on the biggest day of his life?
Oh my god.
Yep.
I will humiliate him.
Yeah, no, I don't know if you were watching the game, but like there were a bunch of fights that were breaking out on the field. I mean, that's their big day every single year. That's what everybody wants to get to. So I can understand the emotion. I can understand that he did go a little bit too far shoving him. But yeah, if it was just a normal woman, unless this was continued behavior towards you personally and not just other people too, but you saw it that's what he was like with you and with other people, that's how he treated people, okay, then I could see like a red flag. But I mean,
if that's how he treated Taylor?
Yeah, I mean, if that's how he treats Taylor, that's how he treats his mom, that's how he treats other like people around him, like his dad, or if that's how he treats other people. But I mean, yeah, I'll give him a little pass because there's a lot of stir of emotions on that day. But
yeah,
to break up with him just because of that, I don't know. Unless you're Taylor Swift, but yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I think unless you're Taylor Swift, I don't think this is anything to break up with him over, but since it's Taylor Swift, like, I would not be surprised.
She didn't seem to mind, though, because they were at those after parties.
But she was cringing at him when he was up on the stage on the field and he was singing Viva Las Vegas.
Yeah, that was really...
Like, and it cut to her face, and you can see the ick on her face. She was cringing a little bit.
I think somebody made a meme out of that, and they were like, this is the moment that Taylor Swift realized that her kids were going to have, like, an IQ of 37 or something like that.
You think she's still going to have kids?
Yeah, being hella feminist that she is. Will she have kids? That's a question I do not want to ask or get an answer of.
She'll get a
I don't
surrogate.
know. She'll probably get a surrogate. But I don't know, like... say if you were in Travis Kelce's shoes, Beardo, like you were able to sing karaoke, whatever that song is, wouldn't you want your girl to support you as well? Like she's in the $1 Million Suite singing karaoke with you as well. Would you want that support as well, or would you rather?
Oh yeah. If I'm in the moment and I just won the Super Bowl and I decided to let loose a little bit and do that, yeah, I guess I'd want some support. I wouldn't want her to be humiliated or have secondhand embarrassment. But also, personally, I don't think I would do that. I wouldn't get up there and start singing.
Viva Las Vegas.
No, I wouldn't start singing Viva Las Vegas.
It would be like a Megan Thee Stallion song or something else?
No, I'd just be like, let's fucking go!
Yeah, okay, that's all
I'd do.
Yeah, you would.
I'll be like, I'm the 9-time Pokemon champ and the Super Bowl champ is what I would do.
The first time Super Bowl champ in his career.
Right. Yeah, that's what I would do. I wouldn't go up there and start singing, no. But, I mean, it does kind of say a little bit about Taylor Swift at the fact that she did, like, get the ick from him doing that. It's like, come on, man. Are you in love with this guy or not?
Yeah, no, that's what... See, if Travis didn't yell at Andy, I did say, and I will stay by that, I would have left the Super Bowl. But if it was a healthy relationship, I would be like, yeah, let's go, get hyped up. And man, I would sing some songs too, but I would want to do a chest bump as well. Like, you just won the Super Bowl. How else can I hype you more? That you just did the biggest win of your football career.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, Lily, did you have anything else to say?
Yeah. It's because, I don't know. It's because I have my little conspiracy theories too, that they're not even a real couple, that it's just PR.
As well. Yeah, I have that as well. Like that it's just a PR stunt, that they're doing this together, and it's just more pushing the stuff that we don't agree with, but that's just me. I don't know. But we can continue on and moving on to a different topic, which I'm not sure which the next topic would be. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I think I had added like Usher at the Super Bowl too.
Yes, you did add Usher. Okay.
Oh my gosh. I got into so many fights with a bunch of people on Twitter over that halftime.
Yeah, so well, here's the thing. I did watch the halftime show in hopes that Justin Bieber would help.
I'm surprised he didn't.
I know.
He was there.
He was there. There was an article that I read that Usher did ask him if he would be interested in performing with him, and Justin said no. And you don't know how much that broke my heart, because I was ready to sing Somebody to Love. I was ready to dance for that, but it's okay. I can still keep dreaming. But yeah. I don't know. Like, are you a fan of Usher, Beardo?
I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of Usher, but I mean, I respect him as an artist. Like, he's a good entertainer. Mm-hmm. I would say Usher is right up there with Justin Timberlake as an entertainer.
Kind of like what, mid?
I think no, JT. No, mid.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah,
no,
Justin,
I just don't like when he did Dirty to Britney Spears.
Yeah.
Who, JT?
Yes.
Who gives a fuck?
We do.
I love Britney Spears. Britney Spears is how I knew that I was straight as a young child. Like Britney Spears was my first boner. Like that's how I knew I was straight. But Britney Spears is batshit crazy.
She is.
She's batshit crazy. Like loca.
Yes.
But JT, he's one of the best entertainers out there right now, and I'd say that Usher is right there with him probably, as far as an on-stage entertainer.
Okay.
Well, JT's going on tour, Beardo, so you might want to look up the concert.
I'm about it.
I don't know if I would put him in the category with Justin, because I think Usher's been around a little bit longer, but
yeah,
I mean, I liked it. I don't really like a lot of the songs that he's sang. There's much better ones that he actually has, but I got into the Twitter fights because there were a lot of people who were saying that just because this isn't their type of music, that why do they have him at the Super Bowl? Then we need to keep it with like just rock music and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, guys, even if that's not your type of like genre of music, you can still respect an artist. And I mean, Usher's talented. He's got a really great voice. So even if that's not your taste, you can still say, no, yeah, the guy's talented. That's just not what I listen to. I mean, there's a lot of other artists that I don't personally like, but I can always tell you like, yeah, no, they have talent. So I don't know. That was just weird. That was just the drama that happened that day.
Okay, I was just not a fan of him taking off his shirt on stage. I was like, this isn't 2004 anymore. You're 20 years too late, Usher, but, you know, live your life, live your truth. That's just me.
Okay. To play devil's advocate.
Okay.
What was it? Two years ago, J-Lo did the halftime show, and she's in her 50s, and she took off her shirt, and she was shaking her ass up there.
With Shakira.
And she looked good.
Yeah, Usher still looks good, though.
So like, if Usher can rock it, you know.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like, J-Lo could do it. J-Lo's in her 50s.
That is true.
And J-Lo looks damn good doing it.
Yes, and that was the one Super Bowl halftime show that I definitely got invested in because of my two favorites, which is like Shakira and J-Lo.
Yeah.
But okay, I'll give you that. Okay, just that devil's advocate, but it's just more like, oh, like that wasn't needed, but okay. But
he looks good.
Do you guys see who Shakira might be dating?
No.
Rumor is that she's dating Julian Edelman.
No, she's not. Oh,
that
who's that?
Julian
Edelman?
Julian Edelman, he's the former wide receiver for the Patriots. He was Tom Brady's wide receiver.
Yep.
He's a short white guy with a beard. Julian Edelman. Apparently, Julian Edelman and Shakira are dating. This came out like yesterday or 2 days ago.
So what you're saying is I have competition against my favorite Colombian singer.
Whoa.
Oh, wait. So you're not in competition
Nomi
with
can
Julian
fight.
Edelman. You're in competition for Shakira.
I am in competition for Shakira.
Ooh.
Julian Edelman is my guy. Hold on.
Wait, hold on. I'm confused here. So you're in. Hold on. Which one do you want? Who do you want? Edelman or Shakira?
Edelman.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yes. Not only that, he's like he was Tom Brady's co-player and a really good player himself. I think he's just extremely handsome.
It's because of the beard, right?
It is because of the beard.
It's because he has a beard. Yeah.
Yes. I love so I have not acknowledged the chat, but I do see some people hanging out here, and I see green hair anti-liberal going Beardo had it backwards. So yes, I meant Julian Edelman. So shout out to green haired anti-liberal to make sure I am covered in all of this.
Yeah, Nomi. I thought we were having some like breaking news live or something.
No, so I wasn't the only one that took it that way, right?
No.
I wasn't the only one that took it that way.
Oh, so you guys thought that I was, we were, let's be honest on here? No.
I wasn't entirely sure.
I think a lot of us meant that you were into Shakira.
No, I'm into Julian Edelman. I'm straight up the line.
I mean, we wouldn't blame you.
Okay.
If you were into Shakira, we wouldn't blame you. It's totally understandable.
No, I think I'd look more up to her than a sister. I was like, I really love you. You're like my favorite. But we're still talking about the Super Bowl, and I don't know. We're talking about conspiracy theories, that too. Yeah. But I'm over with Usher, but unless you guys want to talk about him still.
Whatever.
Well, I have a quick question for Beardo. So what did you think about Taylor Swift getting penned to every single Chiefs game? Did you care, not care? You're like, whatever.
No, it's been severely annoying. And I've made a few Sports Wars videos about it over on Geeks and Gamers, and it's tiresome. It's old. There's tons of celebrities that go to NFL games, especially in the playoffs. Like, in the playoffs, there's celebrities at every single game. And when you're watching, they might show a celebrity once in the beginning of the game, and then maybe if their team wins, they might show them again at the end of the game. But for Taylor fucking Swift, it didn't matter if it was a positive play for Travis Kelce or the Chiefs. It was every single time Travis Kelce did something, whether it was a drop pass or an actual catch, it showed Taylor Swift. And it was just like, what are we doing here? What are we doing? Like, what is actually going on? And it's real tiresome. And then in the Super Bowl, come to find out, it was just like, Monday, the day after the Super Bowl, we found out that the NFL and CBS had a designated camera that was on her through the entire game, and they would just switch to the camera when they wanted to show her. But there was a camera that was pointed to her the entire fucking time. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous to have a designated camera that is always on Taylor Swift, every movement, emotion, celebration, whatever, just so that they can go to her whenever they wanted. That's ridiculous to me.
Yeah, I wish Mags was here because she is our numbers girl. I'm just curious, how much more did the Super Bowl gain in viewers because all the Swifties out there just watching in hopes that they would catch a glimpse of her?
So this was the highest viewed Super Bowl ever.
Wow. Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
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 But yeah. No, yeah, it's because that was really irritating because I don't think the Swifties understand that it's not the fact that she's at the football game. There's plenty of celebrities. I remember when Tony Romo was dating Jessica Simpson, she was always at the games, but they didn't have the camera on her every 5 seconds. They would just be like, oh, hey guys, Jessica Simpson's here. She's here to support her man. And then that's it. They wouldn't talk about her for the rest of the game. Yep. But this literally, it was getting to the point towards the end of the games where it wasn't even Kelsey doing anything. Like anyone in the Chiefs did anything, and they would pan to her, and it's like,
Yep.
why?
Yep.
Why?
Because somehow we need to be blessed by her presence on our TV screens. And
Yeah,
that's why,
it's
that's one of
ridiculous.
the main reasons why I didn't watch the Super Bowl, because of what Beardo just said. The camera was on her at all times, and it could be that she could take a sip of the beer, which she tried to do, or other things. And I'm just not into that. I'd rather watch the sport or put my attention to somewhere else. So that's why. And I know that she has such a huge cult following that they're now teaching college courses of Taylor Swift and what she does and what she has created in her career as an artist.
That's why you don't go to college. Just don't go to college. Save your money. Unless you want to be a doctor or a lawyer, don't go to college. Like,
yes.
It's ridiculous at this point.
Yeah.
Or if you want to be like, an aerospace engineer,
right.
or an attorney, yes, that I think college.
Or if you want to be my student.
Or if you want to be, getting the knowledge of Dr. Rachel as well.
Yeah.
But speaking of like cult culture and conspiracy theories, we had one that it's kind of been going around because I'm not a huge fan of this girl. I know one song of her, but Spice Ice. Or Ice Spice, I'm sorry. That she's been, I'm not a huge fan of that hair. Yeah, she just reminds me of Carrot Top, that comedian. Like
she reminds me of Ronald McDonald.
Now I can't unsee that. But I do see that. But like the fact that she's kind of throwing out symbols, and I know there's conspiracy theories. I know she's like somehow besties with Taylor, so it's all just putting it out in the world, guys, that it's all fake, it's not real, and Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift, it's just something made up that we can be distracted about. And also, I'm not a huge fan of that outfit.
Yeah, I think that's what that she was like making some demonic signs and like all kinds of stuff. And she's wearing, I think that outfit is actually Balenciaga. And I think we all know what happened like a while ago, that they put out those really terrible campaign with, the
BDSM. I'll say it. It's my channel. But yes.
And how a lot of celebrities came out and, well, not real. They didn't really come out and say anything against it. They just stayed kind of silent about it, even though everyone else had a problem with it. Like, this was clearly in the campaign. Like, how could you guys still support this brand? And no one cares anymore. I think Kim Kardashian is a brand ambassador for them now, and like Ice Spice is wearing them. So everyone sure forgot really quick about saving the children. Nobody cares. Like, really?
Yeah.
So I think that's why they were making a big deal out of that. Because I think her sleeves said Balenciaga or something like that.
Okay. Now, Beardo, if this girl was to approach you and say, hey, I want to go on a date with you, what would your answer be?
Like, it'd be hard not to insult her. Like, because it doesn't matter how much money she has. I mean, she looks atrocious. Like,
what if she came up to you and saying, like you're the 9-time Pokemon champion. Like, I have to go on a date with you.
I'd say, you're damn right I am, and no thanks.
Okay.
Like, I'd say, it's me. You're right. Keep it moving. Like, I don't get the appeal, to be honest. I don't get the appeal. Her hair is ridiculous. She's not that pretty in the face. Even if her hair was different, I don't know if that would make a difference. To be honest, I don't know if that'd make a difference. Her hair is just ridiculous. What is she doing? She looks like Annie.
Yeah,
she does look like Annie.
It's ridiculous. I don't get it. And like the thing that she was doing, the ritual with the hand symbols, the demonic, it's weird, man. She's wearing an upside down cross, like doing the hand signals, trying to like do some type of like ritual. I don't know, man. Shit's weird. Shit's fucking weird. And there's enough eyes are opening to all of this stuff. Like maybe 10, 15 years ago, there was some ignorance around this, but in recent time, a lot of people's eyes have been open to all this kind of stuff. And now it's out in the open. People are looking for it. People are looking for it now. Are we going to see this demonic stuff going on at Super Bowl, at the Grammys, or at the Oscars and fucking shit like that? And when we see it in plain sight, like, it's obvious now. So it's disturbing.
And they're not even hiding it anymore. That's the thing. They want you to know that they're demonic. Like, I used to be a huge fan of Doja Cat's because I'll listen to a lot of hip hop and a lot of music like that, and more poppy, whatever. And I was like, oh yeah, her songs are catchy, they're cute, whatever. And then all of a sudden she comes out and she's like all demonic and dripping in blood, and she's the demon now in all her videos. And I'm like, what the heck? Like, I can't even listen to her music anymore because I don't know what's in it. And I'm like, I don't need to bring anything into my house or to me. Like, it's crazy. It's weird.
Well, with same thing with what's his face, the dude, Old Town Row. The dude. Nas, whatever. The dude, every single music video he comes out with now, he's getting fucked in the ass by Satan.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like, what are we doing? I used to like that song. And it's like, and now the kid is like, every single time he puts out a music video, he's got Satan in it, and he's doing some gay shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's like, and that's the kind of blatant stuff I'm talking about. They're not even scared of hiding it anymore. They just do it out in the open.
Yeah, and now he's being plain disrespectful to Christianity and Catholicism too, because I think his newest album, like, he put himself on the cross trying to say that he's like a Jesus figure, and I'm like, why? I don't understand why they get away with it. Like,
It's horrible.
That's offensive. Like, just to be safe, leave everyone's religion out of it. Like, that's just, I mean, I don't know. It's weird, but of course they're the only ones that get away with it.
No, it is. And I'm actually just quite tired of it too, that it's just kind of insulting. If it was like the other religions out there that's here in the United States, there'd be a massive uproar. But, us Christianity and Catholicism can just take whatever. We'll take the joke. But what's not a joke is the new Karate Kid that's coming up pretty soon. Sorry, that was a good
Nice
segue.
Yeah.
I don't know, Nomi. This might be a little bit of a joke. Just kidding. I'm not really too happy with what's happening here.
No, and you're not wrong. I'm not happy either. But I don't know. They cast the first American-born Chinese star in the title role. What is your takes on this, Lily?
Well, because I'm confused. Like, is this tying into Cobra Kai? Or, like, I haven't had time to really, really get into it, but I thought that the next Karate Kid was already Miguel on Cobra Kai, so now they're starting over again with Jackie Chan? Like, I don't understand what's happening.
I'm not sure because I've never seen either Cobra Kai or anything that Disney's produced because it's been trash lately. So this is something that was thrown into our notes. So I'm not aware of what's going on, really. What's really happening with all this.
I think it's just a big, huge missed opportunity for them not to have made a Cobra Kai movie and bring all the kids that were on the TV show to, like, the big screen. Because a lot of people like it, a lot of people watch it, and a lot of people remember all the originals. So I don't understand what they're doing now.
So it says right here, Chan and Machio, who announced the casting search via video in November, will reprise their iconic Karate Kid franchise characters in the latest entry to the series from Sony Pictures. So Ralph Macchio and Jackie Chan look like they're going to reprise their roles. So Ralph Macchio is going to return, and Jackie Chan is going to return as well. So this does sound like they're going to, because this is the first time I'm seeing it too, I'm just reading it. It sounds like maybe, from what I'm gathering, they're going to blend the Jaden Smith Karate Kid and Cobra Kai and kind of make a connection there with this next movie.
Yes. I was just to ask that. Didn't that already happen with Jaden Smith?
The Jaden.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, like what you just said, like because I don't know if you know this about me. I'm not really well into movies. I'm barely getting into it.
So the Jaden Smith Jackie Chan Karate Kid came out several years ago, like over 10 years ago maybe. and it was all right. I mean, it wasn't horrible, but yeah. So Jaden Smith was this new Karate Kid or whatever, and Jackie Chan was like the new Mr. Miyagi, and I mean, I guess now they're connecting the two.
Okay, so would this be like a whole Spider-Man, like Miles Morales is Miles Morales when Spider-Man is Spider-Man kind of thing?
I mean, if Jaden Smith isn't in it, then I guess we don't have to worry about it.
Okay.
It's gonna be this new kid, this new Asian kid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who looks pretty cool. He's fluent in Mandarin. He's born American, fluent in Mandarin. I'm excited for this kid, man. I'm happy for him.
Okay, yeah. Wait, say that again, Lily. What were you saying?
No, it's because I'm just confused. Like, I want to know what they're gonna do with Cobra Kai 2. Like, if they're gonna like blend it all together. Because it sounds like they really don't have a lot of details on the plot, like what it's gonna be about. So I'm guessing that like Jackie Chan and Ralph Macchio are coming together to tutor this new Karate Kid. But so
if Ralph Macchio's in it, I can almost 98% guarantee that William Zabka is going to be in it.
Yeah.
Which is Johnny Lawrence. Johnny Lawrence he'll have to be in it.
But I don't get it. I don't get how they're going to do this. That's why I'm like, I'm waiting for more details before I say anything. But right now I'm just confused. I'm like, yeah, I like this franchise. I love Cobra Kai. And then I think they started already filming the last season too of Cobra Kai. So I don't know if they're wrapping that up and this is going to be set in a time where Cobra Kai doesn't exist or something. I don't know.
Yes.
I think it'll tie into the show. If Macchio's going to be in it, it's going to have to tie into the show.
I hope so.
I wish I knew more about this because I grew up early 90s. So the first original 90s kid or Karate Kid, that was my movie. That was like the go-to movie. And when I saw that it was a remake with Jackie Chan and Jaden Smith, I had no interest in it. And this was before like the woke culture really took over. Or I think this was the beginning stages of it. So I'm like the same way with how the new Space Jam came out. Michael Jordan is my number one favorite athlete of all time. And then I don't like LeBron James coming in and trying to like do the same thing that Michael Jordan did. Like, no, you cannot step in the same shoes as Michael Jordan did and do what he's already done. So with this new Karate Kid,
anyway. Ugh,
wait, say that again.
I don't like LeBron at all, so I didn't even watch out.
Yeah, no, it's just he's
so annoying.
Yeah, he's a good player. I'll give him that, but as far as him as a person, trash, absolute trash. I'm not that great in playing basketball, but if he were to ask me to go at the court to play with him, I'd still say no. Because I don't want to. I don't want to be seen with him. If it was Michael Jordan, I'd still look like a fool playing, but at least I played, and I can say that I played with Michael Jordan. I can still dream, right? But we can go into the next topic, which is going to be what is kind of currently going on in the world, and that is Gen Z, and that is a problem right now. Because most of half Gen Zers viewers want less sex scene on screen. Studies fine, and I'm for that. I don't know what you guys think about this.
I was kind of looking at this, and I think they're kind of getting romance confused with just sex. I don't think what they mean is they want, well, I don't know. Gen Z is kind of weird. They probably don't want romance at all, but it says that they don't want any more. They would rather have stories that just feature like friendships instead of anything romantic or like sex or sex scenes or things like that, which, I mean, I don't know. I still like having romance in movies, and I don't think we've gotten enough of that lately. Like, everything's just kind of awkward between some of the characters. They don't let them have feelings for each other anymore. Like, it's just I wish they would bring back more romance and people being interested in each other in film and TV again.
Yeah. And I agree with you on that, because this is Sydney Sweeney. I don't know if anyone of you have seen Euphoria, but yeah, Euphoria is definitely a little heavy in the relations. And I think Henry Cavill came out in an article not that long ago where he doesn't understand sex scenes in movies and shows. And I think it's starting to come to a point where, like, yeah, it's because it's being overdone, and we know where it's coming around the corner. We can see it coming, what's going to happen on screen, and I don't want to see it. So, and it's not, I don't know, I'm just really weird on that. But you're right, Lily, that everybody's mistaking it for romance, which is not very well represented in film or shows. And I think it needs to be set a better example. Like, what would be a good example of like a movie or a show that has a good display of romance, like creating that?
Right now, see, that's how difficult it is to actually.
Yeah, what's out there.
There's a fine line between what is appropriate for teenagers to watch that is romance, that is adult romance, and then there's TV shows that sexualize teenage underage romance. Because when I was growing up, the teenage underage romance that I got when I was growing up was One Tree Hill and Degrassi. And those were weird. Like, I wasn't allowed to watch those. I never watched Degrassi, and I only ever watched One Tree Hill when I was graduated from high school. I had an ex-girlfriend who had watched One Tree Hill, and she forced me to watch One Tree Hill with her. And it was weird, but here's the thing. They didn't hyper-focus on sex. There was no, like, hot, steamy, make-out sex scenes, taking shirts off, and stuff like that. It was just... the nature of the conversation was sexual, but there was no visual sexual tension going on in these shows. But I still thought it was weird because these are supposed to be high school people, and we're sexualizing now, even though the actors in real life are older, of age. They're playing high schoolers. So it's still weird. When we get shows like Euphoria, where these people still might be of age, but they're playing high schoolers, and they're full-blown having sex, and you're seeing titty. That's fucking weird. Like, that is weird. And I've never watched Euphoria. I've seen some stuff on Twitter about it, and Sydney Sweeney, I don't know what her character's name is in Euphoria, but everybody's obsessed with Sydney Sweeney and her boobs and how she has the best boobs on the planet. I fucking doubt it, but maybe. I don't know. But it's like she's playing this high school girl, and you're seeing her naked, and you're seeing her boobs, and you're seeing her have sex, and she's of age in real life, but you're seeing her as playing this high school chick, and you're seeing her nude having, like, that's fucking weird. Like, that's fucking weird.
Y'all are kids.
Yes. It's weird.
Yes, it is weird, and I don't like.
That's my problem.
Yeah. That's why I never watched Euphoria either, because I've heard from a lot of people like, oh, it's really good, and I'm like, that's so like inappropriate though. Like, how am I supposed to be watching this? Keeping in mind that these are supposed to be high schoolers that are doing all of these adult things, even though, yeah, the actors are of age, but the way they're portrayed in the TV show, they're teenagers. Like, yes, we were teenagers once too, and we knew a lot of things were going on, but like, you're watching it on TV. That's weird.
Yeah.
That's just strange. Yeah, that is.
Yeah, I blew through the whole season because I became obsessed with it. I do like Euphoria. I did follow more of the story, but it is very heavy into the sexual aspect of it. And yes, like, you're kids. You shouldn't be talking about this stuff. I didn't know anything about this until I got into college. I didn't have any form of like education, and like, it had to have like my peers tell me these things, and me being the homeschooler that I was, like, I don't know what that means. Like, I got so tainted from that. And the fact that this is now implemented in schools is what scares me. And not only that, it's just very heavy drug based as well in this show, that drugs are becoming an epidemic here in the United States. And this I do follow because of the story, but this show does kind of glorify drugs in a sense, where it's like, hey, it's cool to do this because Zendaya is addicted. So if she can get away with doing what she's doing in the show, I can do it too. It's like, it's still a dangerous game you're playing with the consequences that can come with drugs.
Yeah.
That's like watching Breaking Bad and seeing Jesse Pinkman and his friends doing meth. And it's like, well, Jesse Pinkman's doing meth. I can do meth.
Exactly. Or
Well,
like Walter White started his own
Right. Right.
meth
Oh,
lab.
I'm decent at chemistry. You know what? I'm gonna start making meth too.
Well,
Wait,
I mean,
no.
the show is Walter White's former Jesse Pinkman is Jesse. Oh my gosh, Walter White's former student in high school. So that might as well like, hey, like I remember you teaching you. Let me show you some real chemistry because you didn't pay attention to my class. Let's make better meth.
Oh, that's crazy.
And I think there has been reports of like that happening in real life where a chemistry teacher taking on with his student to make good pure crystal meth to sell it
I
out.
would not be surprised.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Yeah.
doubt
I'd
it.
be surprised.
That was like a big show.
I know.
But
And
yeah,
that became go ahead.
I think Rachel had like a really good point over here in the chat that I think that's my issue with it. With it kind of goes along with what Henry Cavill said too. Like, yes, sometimes the sex scenes and all of that are essential to the plot. Like when you watch when you're watching Oppenheimer, there was a scene in it where they're in the courtroom, and that got very, very like dramatic when you watch it, because you're like, okay, I can see what they're trying to do here. But when you're just putting them in movies and TV shows just to have them in there, and it's sometimes unnecessary. It's like, you can just cut it, you know? We know what's about to happen. We don't need to see it all the time. But if it's absolutely like essential to the plot, like Henry Cavill said, okay, yeah, I can understand it. But I think it's just overused.
Over years, they don't really have good writing, and I think a lot of it also stems from like two major ideas. One, that like movie producers and directors and writers don't trust the audience to pick up, so they have to like hold their hand through everything. So it's like, we have to show the sex because you're never going to understand it if we don't overtly tell you. And the other thing is just like, they don't have anything else going, so they just like
That's it. That's it.
Yeah, they don't
Yep.
they don't know how else to write like on-screen romance. They don't know how to have characters build up. They don't know how to build tension. And so they're just like,
100%.
oh, well, to tell you that these characters are actually lusting for each other or have romantic feelings, we're just going to show you them having sex. I think a lot of it comes back to bad writing. A lot of things
Agreed.
can come back to bad writing and bad acting. Bad acting too.
Like, hey, you're not making out the way that I really want you to make out. I mean, I don't know.
So go have sex. Here's a bed.
Yeah. I really I want you to give it your all.
I do think it's a lack of creativity. It's a lack of creativity. It's a lack of writing. You can't write good. The dialogue isn't good between these characters. So what are you going to do to make up for it? Well, let's just show them having sex.
Yeah. It's a cop-out. That's what it is, basically.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Go back to the article. Look at what he said about like how awkward this scene got.
Which scene?
He's talking about an experience that he had in 2015 and that he admitted it to Men's Fitness. Yeah, that part.
Back in 2015, Cavill admitted in an interview with Men's Fitness that he once got aroused filming a racy scene. Recalling of the embarrassing incident, a girl had to be on top of me. She had spectacular breasts, and I hadn't rearranged my stuff into a harmless position. She basically rubbing herself all over me. It got a little bit hard.
Oh my god.
I had to apologize profusely afterwards. It's not great when you're in a professional acting environment and somebody gets a boner, isn't? No, it's not acceptable.
I mean,
She should be flattered. She should be flattered.
Oh my gosh.
Seriously.
After that would be a story I would tell everybody. Just kidding.
Oh god, yeah.
like, guys, I did it. Henry Cavill, I got it. I'd be embarrassed too, because I don't know. I just hate to like put men in an awful position like that. Like, hey, we have to do this scene, and then suddenly he let it happen. I'm just trying to do my job. So I don't know. Like, what would you do in this situation, Beardo? You don't have to answer if you don't want to.
I mean, here's the thing. Oh man. Here's the thing with like doing that kind of stuff, doing the sex scenes, like if you're an actor and stuff. They're like when compared to a man and a female getting aroused, there is a physical, obvious change in a man when they are into it that you can't necessarily tell with the women, but when a man is into it, obviously there's a physical change. So it's like, what is a man supposed to do? What are you supposed to do? Like, there's ways to hide it, tuck it in your belt buckle, whatever. Like, there's ways to hide it. But it's like what are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do? And it's like, you're getting paid for this. You're getting paid to do this scene. You're getting paid to make out with an actress who more likely than not is an attractive woman. So you are going to get aroused. So it's like, what is a man supposed to do in that situation? It's a trap almost. You're trapped. So I mean, there's only so much you can do.
Yeah, there's only so much you can do, and I feel yes, it is a trap. So you're put in this awkward position where you're like, okay, do I be rude with this girl and just shove her? And because obviously I can't do my actual job of being paid for this role, or be a dick to her. So it's like a really weird fine line to cross, or it's a gray area for a man. So I see where you're coming from on that.
And that's where good writing, like Rachel said, that's where good writing pays off, because then you don't have to put actors and actresses in a difficult situation. And then that's what porn is for. If you want to get into that, that's what fucking porn is for. That's what adult films are for. But if you're trying to tell a good story, you don't need to go into softcore porn. You don't need to do that, because there's good writing and there's good story and good dialogue, and you can understand what the characters are going to do without showing it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know if you've I don't know if you've seen this, Beardo, because I'm not sure if you're into rom-coms. But I think the best movie that can describe like real romance, but with like no scenes in it whatsoever, any innuendos, is Pride and Prejudice.
I've never
I don't
seen
know.
it.
Lily, Rachel, have you guys seen Pride and Prejudice?
Yeah.
Okay.
Once a long time ago.
Oh my gosh, that's like my favorite.
But I think that also has to do with maybe the time period that that was set in too, because it wasn't as, I guess
it would be promiscuous. Yeah.
Yes. That's what I'm trying to say, but I'm trying to word it. Yeah, I guess that was more because the novel was written by a woman, so she put in a lot of romance, a lot of romantic things in it, and a lot of drama. So I think that might have something to do with it. But also on the same end, we have The Notebook too. The Notebook is probably my favorite romance movie of all time, and we don't get a lot of like raunchy stuff like that in that movie either. It's just very sweet, it's very romantic, you have a lot of drama in it, and they didn't need to, they had one sex scene, but it wasn't like explicit. It was just you knew what was going to happen. They showed everything that was leading up to it, but then they cut it. They didn't let us really see a lot of stuff, and it didn't need it because they had a good story already to tell.
Yes, because compared to The Notebook to Oppenheimer, where oh my gosh, Cillian Murphy was with Florence Pugh, I didn't need to see that. But with The Notebook, like, it just was engineered for a way to like, okay, this is what's happening. I hear something and I don't see anything, but I don't need to see it. So there's like two major differences that I guess is being long forgotten, because somehow Hollywood thinks that all we need to see is sex, and we don't. Because I'm not into watching. I just want to see a good story being told in front of me. Not
also, I think they're taking innocence away from children too.
Yes, they are definitely taking innocence away. And exactly whatever happened to innocent romance, that's been long gone, Smoo. And then also Jane Austen, she is a classic as well, but that's like long and gone here and there. And that's why I don't know, that's why I didn't watch a lot of movies. And as an adult, I'm trying to get into watching some movies. My parents sheltered me a lot from keeping me away to watch any of those movies that had any innuendos or any suggestions from it. And I was still new to seeing all of this. So it's a new world for me. But now what Smooth said, like, what happened to innocence? Like, I'm not sure, because I've always had it within me.
Yeah. And see the thing with that though, like how I had said, oh yeah, it's Jane Austen. She was able to create the story because she's a woman. She put a lot of like romance in it. But the author of the Notebook is actually a male too. So I mean, he wrote a really great story. Like I said, that's one of my favorites. So
Yeah, Nicholas Sparks.
yeah, it just depends. Like if you want to write a good story, you know exactly how to set everything up where either those scenes are going to be important to what you're trying to portray, or you're just going to leave it out because it doesn't really have anything to do with your story.
Mm-hmm. As I'm looking for other like topics that we're going into, because it looks like we like ran through them pretty fast.
Just blew right past them.
We did.
We're just too good.
We're just so good. Didn't think we would like go through
The
things that fast.
intelligence is off of the charts. We just said what needed to be said, and then we just moved on.
We're just people of simple words and short words too. But I don't know, like Beardo, have you ever had like a bad like Valentine's Day, or have you ever gone on a Valentine's date?
Yeah, I've done a few things for Valentine's, like back in the day, especially like shortly after high school. Like I had a girlfriend that I dated shortly after high school, and I'm trying to remember. Like I remember seeing the Lego Movie. Chris
Oh,
Pratt.
favorite.
Chris Pratt.
It
Lego
came out on my
movie.
birthday.
That came out
Yeah.
like around Valentine's Day. So I
It came
seen
out on
that.
It came on my actual birthday on the 8th. I
Yeah,
remember.
so I think I'd seen that for Valentine's Day, and then a few years ago, well, I say a few years ago, it's been 8 years at this point. Deadpool came out like Valentine's Day weekend, and they, they marketed that around Valentine's Day or whatever. So I seen Deadpool for a Valentine's Day thing. But besides that, I mean, I don't know. Like nothing like I never go really crazy about Valentine's Day. It's just like, hey, let's hang out, let's do something. Want to go have dinner or stay at home, watch a few movies? I don't know. I mean, I've never taken Valentine's Day too seriously.
I think
Neither
it's
have
the
I.
Yeah, I think I like the sentiment where a lot of people say, I mean, if you have your couple, then you guys should be spending time with each other and having fun with each other every day. Like, why just save it for that
Right, for the one day.
one day?
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, you should already be doing really sweet things for each other every single day. I mean, why just Valentine's Day? Or even with your family too. If you don't have like a significant other, I mean, you also have your family, you've got your friends. So that's kind of how I look at it too.
Yep.
Yeah. What was it that I said earlier today? I think I posted something where I said, remember, if you're lonely, if you feel sad that you're lonely on Valentine's Day, just remember.
You're lonely every other day too.
Nobody
Like
else loves
every
you.
day too. Something like that. I saw it. I was like, no me.
I just
I was
woke
like,
up with,
oh, that was too.
I
real.
woke up with violence today. That's why. Not because like I'm bitter towards anyone. I just thought, oh, this is funny. I'll just say this. And it was all motivational. I should probably post it on Twitter because it was a nice sunrise this morning. I was like, this is so beautiful. I'm gonna ruin someone's day with what my thoughts are.
Oh
But
my
that's just me, guys. I'm not a pessimist. If you want to celebrate Valentine's Day, go on ahead. I have nothing against you. I just like to find dark humor in things, and I'm a pessimist most times. But Trevor, you did, Beardo, you did say that you went to go see Deadpool, when it came out during that time of Valentine's Day, and then actually Deadpool 3 came out. The trailer for it came out, and Ryan Reynolds came in, and I thought he threw some major shots at Disney. I don't know what's your takes on that.
I mean, that's in Deadpool fashion. You know, He breaks the fourth wall, and that's Deadpool's character. He speaks to the audience through the dialogue and the action stuff throughout the film. I want to have high hopes for this movie. I'm optimistically cautious, or I'm cautiously optimistic, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to be rated R. It's supposed to be Disney's first rated R movie ever. But I'm going to be very cautious with how much Disney actually lets Ryan Reynolds be Deadpool in this. We'll see how many F-bombs he's allowed to drop. We'll see how much blood and gore is actually going to be in this movie. But I think that it has some potential. This can finally be Marvel's way to get out of this stigma that they've been in for the past several years. And maybe this can be their little kind of way to get out of that bullshit. We'll see. I'm still cautious about it, but I'm cautiously optimistic. I'm actually looking forward to this movie.
Me too. And well, the way I see it, how he made those little remarks that he said, like, I'm the Marvel Jesus. I think we all know, everyone who's been following the downfall of Marvel within Disney, is because Ryan knows that Disney needs him to make a massive win for Disney on this. So
Yeah.
that's why I'm like, I kind of want to see how many F-bombs he can drop. And the first Deadpool, we saw frontal Ryan Reynolds. I don't know if we can see that again because it is Disney. And isn't is this going to be Disney's first R-rated movie by any chance?
First R-rated movie ever.
Wow.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Like, I really enjoyed the first two movies, so I'm like, ooh, how much are they gonna get away with? And are we actually gonna get Deadpool, or are we gonna get like a watered down Disney-fied version?
That's what I'm worried about.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm worried about, that it's going to be a watered down. They're going to give us just a little bit, but not as much that we need. And that's what I'm worried about. I hope that they just give us full-blown, R-rated, fucked up Deadpool. That's what I want.
Yeah, the first one of
Hugh Jackman. Like, you have Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. Like, you have to. This is your chance and your opportunity. If you
They have one shot.
If they screw this up for the fans, oh my gosh, everyone's gonna tear them apart.
Oh yeah. And people will not hold back either, because Disney is on everyone's radar. People are sick and tired of it, and people see this and they're like, this is your chance. You want to get back in our good graces? This is your one chance. And if they screw it up just even remotely, they will not hear the end of it.
Oh yeah, because I'm one of those people that's like watching Disney too. Like, what's your next move, Disney? Like, are you guys actually gonna start listening and changing things around there, or are you just gonna keep crashing and burning? I mean, I wouldn't mind that because I've been enjoying all of their nonsense lately, but I also want them to start making really good media again. But I don't know. I guess we'll see with Deadpool.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like, okay, so I did say this. Pride and Prejudice is one of my favorite movies. I don't know if anyone caught this or not. I'm trying to get the picture bigger, but it's not working for
Pride
me.
and Prejudice and
not Pride and, no, not only that.
The zombie one? Pride and Prejudice and Zombies?
There's the zombie one.
That's the one that Cinderella's in, right?
Yes.
The chick that plays Cinderella?
Lily
She's
James?
in that one?
Yeah.
I don't know what her name is, but she's hot.
She's
Give me
super
one
pretty.
second. I'm trying to get it.
What's her name? Lily James?
Lily James? Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, talking about Pride and Prejudice, this is just me being the fangirl that I am.
And zombies.
Not zombies, because, like, I saw, the first time I saw the Deadpool 3 trailer, I saw this, and I'm not going to lie, I geeked out. It's Mr. Darcy. Mr. Darcy is in Deadpool 3.
Who's that?
Oh my gosh, yeah, he is. That's
It's
funny.
Who's that? He is, well, he's Mr. Darcy in Pride and Prejudice, Beardo. So that's why I kind of lost it a little bit. I was like, oh my gosh, because he is. We'll have to have a watch party with you. But he is in Pride and Prejudice, obviously. But he's kind of like a spoiled brat, rich, kind of snot-nosed jerk face for Keira Knightley, and they end up falling in love. So that's the guy, that actor is who plays Mr. Darcy in the recent Pride and Prejudice.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yes, so that's why I'm like, oh my god, he's in it. That's just me.
You got us all excited with Pride and Prejudice and zombies. That one was fun.
I haven't seen it, but you guys talked highly about it, so I'm gonna have to watch it.
It's fun. They
And
took they took a bunch of classic novels and then just added like zombies and all kinds of stuff into it. It's fun.
Okay, and isn't like Matt Smith in it too? Like the 11th Doctor of Doctor Who? Or you'll just Pride and Prejudice and Zombies?
Oh my gosh, I don't remember who it was.
Okay, I'll have to look for it then.
Maybe?
But
I'm not sure.
But we're going back onto the Marvel thing, and then this came out today, and I know, Lily, you lost it with this one. So tell us about it.
I'm not sure I lost it in a good way though.
I
don't know how
excitement.
I'm still processing my feelings about this because I don't think I've really kept up with any of the Marvel movies since Endgame. I think the only one I watched was Guardians of the Galaxy 3, but just to wrap that story up, I don't know. It's because everything's been bombing, and yeah, I am a fan of Pedro's acting. I don't really like his personal and whatever, but I don't know. I don't know about this cast. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, because
still
aside
processing.
from Pedro Pascal, it wasn't Joseph Quinn. Yeah, he is in Stranger Things. He's gonna be Johnny Storm. So those are the only two that I know of, and I'm not a huge fan of Johnny Quinn.
I know that the actor that's gonna play the thing. He's actually on The Bear, and that's one of my favorite TV series right now.
Okay.
So I know he can do a great job with it too. It's just going back to the story. If they're gonna go back to the same thing, and I guess rumors are already out there that it's actually gonna be Sue Storm's movie, and of course we're gonna continue the MCU. Then I'm not excited. I don't care who was cast. It's just gonna be a terrible movie. But I don't know. And then supposedly it's set in the 60s too. So, and that I guess continuing the multiverse, they're gonna end up from the 60s into modern day, which is a little bit worrisome because I feel like if they did that and took all the men with the way the men and the women kind of interacted with each other in the 60s versus now, like I feel like they would make the guys look like really bad men just to make them look like bad men.
Yes. Now that you're saying it out loud, wouldn't that, I mean, because I like to put pieces of the puzzle together, I'm kind of hoping they don't bring WandaVision into it. If you see where I'm coming from on that.
No, I think that was just for their TV show. I think this is like a different thing. I don't know if they're going to tie it. I mean, obviously they're going to tie it into whatever's happening in the MCU right now, but I don't know. I have no hopes for this movie.
Not even Pedro Pascal can save this movie for you?
No. No. Nope.
I love like how you have like no hope for this.
I don't. Well, when you put out movies like the Marvels, I mean, really?
Yeah. I mean, who is it? Someone, I can't remember who it was, but this was back here in home where I'm at, where this person was trying to convince me that the Marvels was really well made and it was the peak of Marvel and Disney. And I haven't seen it, and I don't believe him because of all that I've seen in reviews. So I'm not sure if I can really commit myself to watching that movie.
I hope you're not friends with this person anymore.
I'm not. This is a person that I go to an establishment for quite often, and he's always there and just likes to start conversations that are not warranted. And I'm a polite person, but he's nice, but we were more of like agree to disagree type of people. That's just me.
Yep.
But yes. And I'm so sorry again that we ran through our other questions. We usually go for 2 hours.
Honestly, I think the Fantastic Forecast sucks.
Now the kid comes out.
All of them.
Yeah.
All of them. I was waiting to see if Nomi was going to ask me what I thought about it. They all suck. They all suck. All of them are wrong. I mean, The Thing, I don't care about The Thing. Who gives a fuck about The Thing? Anybody can play The Thing, whatever. I mean, he's going to be the person for what, 40 minutes, and then he turns into The Thing. Who cares who plays The Thing? Reed Richards, Sue Storm, and Johnny Storm, they all fucking suck. They're probably the worst people that they could probably fucking picked. Who should have been Reed Richards was the guy that they already had play Reed Richards in Doctor Strange, and that was John Krasinski.
Yeah,
He
John
should have been
Krasinski.
Reed Richards. He's the
Yes.
perfect Reed Richards.
Yes.
His wife, Emily Blunt, in real life, should have been Sue Storm.
Oh my gosh.
It makes
yeah.
perfect sense. She should have been
Yeah.
Sue Storm. And I'm going to share my screen right now. This guy, I don't know if you're familiar with him. I don't know how to pronounce his first name. Darker Montgomery.
Oh, I know who you're talking about from Stranger Things.
He should have been Johnny Storm.
Johnny
This should
That
be
would've
the
been
Human
real
Torch. This is the Human Torch. That's him.
Yes, I see it.
Like in my brain, when I think Human Torch, I think Zac Efron, and I'm like, no, he's too old. He's too old at this point. So then my second choice is this guy. This is Johnny Storm, not the other motherfucker that they picked from Stranger Things. Like it's like Disney. It's like they were like, oh, let's get the guy from Stranger Things to play Johnny Storm. And they're like, oh, yeah. And they cast the one dude, and they call him up on the phone. They're like, not that motherfucker. I'm talking about this guy right here, this guy. And they're like, well, we already hired the other guy. They're like, fuck.
We
You picked the wrong guy. This guy is Johnny Storm.
It's just
This guy.
Let's pull up what's his name? Joseph Quinn.
Joseph
Bring
Quinn.
him up.
That's not
He
Johnny
just
Storm,
doesn't-
man.
No, he doesn't have the look. Like he looks too like you guys remember Chris Evans as
He was perfect.
Sword,
He was
right?
perfect. Yeah, he was great.
That's kind of the look and character that you're going for. I don't think Joseph Quinn can pull that off. He just does. First of all, he doesn't have the look. You need to have the look. This other guy, I don't know how to pronounce his name either, but he just looks it. You can see him and you can say, oh yeah, I can totally believe that he's gonna be like a charmer and he's gonna pull in like all the ladies but Joseph Quinn, I don't think so.
Is Joseph Quinn in any other movies or shows besides Stranger Things?
I mean, he was a guest star on Game of Thrones once.
Okay, so we know a lot about this guy, and
Yeah.
yes, but okay, so the guy of your choice, Beardo, he was in the remake of Power Rangers.
He was the new Red Ranger in the Power Rangers, and then he was in Stranger Things, and he was in the Elvis movie.
Yes, he was.
Yeah,
he was
in
in
the
the
Elvis
movie.
movie too. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
That's who I would have kind of gone for is Austin Butler. I think he would have been
For
a
Johnny
good
Storm?
one yeah. I would have gone with
Interesting.
Austin Butler. There were talks that he was actually gonna, I guess, go for the role, but I don't know what happened. I think other stuff that he's filming kind of got in the way, but I could 100 times see him as Johnny Storm. I think he has the look too.
He'd be better than the guy that they casted.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
well,
Yeah, I don't know. That's why I say I'm still processing it because I'm not happy about it either. And I mean, every time they make this movie, it just keeps getting worse and worse. So
I mean, I'm not sure. And then I'm looking at the girl who's playing Vanessa Kirby. I'm looking at her eyebrows, and I don't know if anyone knows this about me. I judge eyebrows very hard, and I don't like the lamination what she has on her picture here. So I don't know if she can play a good Sue Storm. That's just me.
Honestly, that chick looks like Austin Butler.
she should have been Johnny Storm.
Yeah.
She does. That looks like Austin Butler as a chick.
Yeah, I just and then they picked like the worst pictures that they could have picked for everybody for this article. I don't know. I don't like it. I'm really not looking forward to it, like I said, because of everything they've given us so far. I don't know. I know everybody likes to trash on the one with Jessica Alba, but I those were fun. I don't know. I like those movies.
No, the first Fantastic Four movies, I loved. I adored them. I loved them so much. I played the video games all the time.
And it wasn't a bad cast. I actually liked them. Even Jessica
They were
Alba
great.
was
They were
there. Yeah.
perfect.
It was just
They were
fun.
perfect.
And then we got the remake in what year was it? That like awful one that, oh my gosh.
I don't even consider that one. With Michael B. Jordan and Miles
Michael
Teller.
Jordan. Yeah, that one
No.
was awful. That was so bad.
Yeah,
That's why
horrible.
I'm like, I think I posted on Twitter today. I was like, I mean, this can't be worse than that version, right?
I never even watched it. I didn't even see it. And Fantastic Four used to be my favorite superheroes of all time.
Because they're fun. They have a lot of really cool powers. Like, it's just
Yeah.
cool to watch them. That's why I like the first version that we got of them. But then, yeah, everything. The second one, I think I got about halfway until I was like, you know what? I'm over it. I'm not even gonna finish watching it. It was
Yep.
boring. But yeah, I don't know. I don't trust Disney or Marvel anymore. This looks like another disappointment. Yeah.
Yes, it does. So I'm not sure
But what I'm
I'm
not disappointed in, just kidding,
what.
is Dune 2. That's what I'm
Oh,
excited to go
yeah.
watch. I'm like, hurry up, time. That's what
I
I want to
know.
go see already.
Well, that's like what, in a week or two?
Yeah. I'm like, I just thought of that because we were talking about Austin Butler and he's in it. Looking pretty scary.
He's like
He's
what?
bald
Hella
and white.
Yes. Yes. And my first thought was, he's still hot.
He's still hot.
Still hot.
What?
Even though he's pasty
Really?
white, he's still
Yes.
hot.
Yes. He's still hot. Sorry. He's scary.
So if he were to come up to you, Lily, and say like, "Hey, I really want to go on this date with you. Would you want to go out with me?" Even though he's like this pasty white ghost-looking guy
And also psychotic and probably
and a
might-
killer.
Worth it.
I mean, yeah. I mean, there is no other fridge I would rather end up in. So well, let's do it.
But, okay, say if you were in the Dune universe, you got Timothée Chalamet and Austin Butler in their characters. Well, who would you go for?
Austin Butler.
Okay. Okay, so Timothée Chalamet has no chance.
No, he looks like he's 12. He's got I mean, no shade to Tom Holland, but they both look very, very young for their age. And it's just, yeah, not.
So they're just little babies then.
Yes.
I could see that, but I don't know. I don't know much about Austin Butler. He has like a peculiar face that I'm not into.
Yeah, I've gotten that
He's
from
got like a
friend of
real long face. I mean,
He looks like a horse.
That's what one of my friends said too. Like, how he looks, and I'm like, I don't know. Whatever.
Whatever.
And pretty hair.
Maybe, I don't know. That I just don't see it. But hey, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. But Beardo, if Zendaya were to come up to you and like, hey, 9-time Pokemon champ, let's go.
I don't get the whole Zendaya thing.
Really?
I don't.
Zendaya?
Thank you.
I don't get
Zendaya
it.
or Florence Pugh? Either one. No, neither one.
I go Florence Pugh probably.
She's pretty. I like her. I'm looking forward to seeing
Yeah.
her in this movie too.
Pretty,
But
mid.
nothing tops right now. The top two for me are Sofia Vergara and Ana de Armas.
Mm-hmm.
That's 1 and 2.
They're
That's 1 and 2.
beautiful.
That's the best.
Mhm. Did you catch the new series with Sofia Vergara, the Griselda, where she plays the narco? No.
No. The only thing I've seen her in is Modern Family.
Oh, this is a pretty good show. I liked it. Yeah, she's playing she's playing a narco that was kind of existing at the same time as Pablo Escobar, but she was like a woman, did her thing, and even Pablo Escobar was like, hey, I know she's a woman, but my hat's off to her. She did her thing, and she was crazy, but it's a really good series. Sophia did a really good job. I hope she gets nominated for a lot of things, and I think one of her interviews was hilarious. She was on, what's his name? Jimmy Fallon, and he was asking her like how her experience was on the show and everything, and she's like, well, you guys have to remember that I'm like 51. I've never smoked a cigarette. And like, I had somebody showing me how to do these things, and I learned how to do cocaine. And then I guess she didn't catch herself. And then she didn't catch herself. And she's like, and that was great. It was so much fun, until the audience started laughing. And she's like, no, I didn't mean doing the cocaine. I meant like the TV show, the experience. That was great. But like, she's funny. I can understand. Like, she's beautiful and she's super funny. So okay. I can see that. I'm all Nomi. You're
Sorry, no, I caught myself on this one. But no, I've heard so many good things about Griselda, so I'm gonna have to watch it. But that would be something I would say too, out of words taken out of context. Like, yeah, I like drugs, but I'm not into drugs.
Well,
Like,
that
I
happened
can
to you
relate to her.
earlier, Nomi. That happened to you earlier with Shakira.
With
That we were all like, oh, what?
No, I know. So I need to be better in speaking in my words. I'm just terrible at things. But I don't know. I'm just excited.
Oh, when you were talking about Shakira.
Yes.
When you were into
I was like,
Shakira.
what the heck? Yeah.
I mean, she's pretty good looking for 47. I
Agreed.
mean, what would you do, Beardo? Okay, I like playing this game. with you.
Would.
I mean, Nomi, hello.
Wait, Sofia Vergara's 51? Would.
Yeah, she's beautiful. I mean, hello. Like Sofia Vergara, Salma Hayek is another one too. I think she's like 50.
Salma Hayek? Would. Yeah.
Okay, just good to know on these things. If
I'm
they
like,
ever...
Hey, we've heard from almost everyone, but like, Rachel, who would out of Hollywood?
You're muted.
Oh no! Out of all of Hollywood, oh god. I mean, love Henry Cavill. He's such a huge nerd, and the fact
Henry
that
Cavill.
he's big into
Would. No, for Rachel. For Rachel.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
is
sure.
that gonna work for you?
Thank you.
For Rachel.
I love Henry Cavill. He's such a dork, such a nerd too, and I'm so looking forward to his Warhammer 40K project. That was what pushed me over the edge for Henry Cavill, honestly, because I grew up playing Warhammer 40K with my brother, so I know a little bit.
That's cool. See, I don't know anything about Warhammer, so I'm gonna go into it like a super newbie. So I'm gonna be going
good luck,
Dr. Rachel, to explain what's happening.
Good luck.
Oh
so
no,
much.
I've already heard. I have a friend who's like super into it too, and he's always going off about like all of the stuff that's happening, and I'm like, I have no idea what you just said. I'm like, you have to start a little, don't overwhelm me.
It's very easy to get overwhelmed. There's so much lore behind the entire Warhammer universe. It's ridiculous. There's so very little that I know as well.
And what about you, Nomi? Who would you in Hollywood?
So, this is gonna sound, I wouldn't call it strange, but Chris Pratt when he was chunky, I thought he was sexy as hell when he was chunky. That's just me. I love it. And here's the thing: what gets me with Chris Pratt is because he's funny, he's genuine, he was his own person, and I like that in a guy. Like, just high confidence in who he is. He already knows himself. He knows what he looks like, but that doesn't bother him, or I don't think it ever bothered him of like how he looked. I thought he was still good looking, and now that he's ripped and chiseled, I'm still a fan. But if he was to go back into the heavyset ways, I'd still be a fan.
Yeah, he was super cute back then too. I didn't really mind. I don't mind either Chris Pratt. Either Chris Pratt is really cute.
I think my biggest Hollywood crush of all time is Hayden Panettiere. Like childhood, that's like, I think that's probably my biggest Hollywood crush of all time.
That makes sense why you saw that movie that she was in.
I Love You, Beth
Is
Cooper.
that why? Yeah.
Yep. Fantastic movie too.
Did you watch her in Heroes when she was on that?
No, I never watched Heroes.
What?
No.
That was such a good show.
I would say watch it.
And
Yeah.
then it just ended and it sucked.
Well, wasn't there drama within Heroes?
I don't really remember reading about what happened, but they never continued it. And they left it on a cliffhanger and it angered everyone. We never found out
I
what
remember
happened.
that.
Because she was
That's
the
what pissed me
cheerleader.
off.
She was playing the cheerleader that she could injure herself in like a million ways and stuff, and she would never die. So she was constantly, like, I guess, filming herself, like doing all kinds of things, and she would just be okay. But that was a really good show. I don't know.
No, if you're into Hayden Panettiere, Beardo, that would be the show for you to watch.
Yeah. I might give it a try. I don't know. I've been rewatching the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Really?
Been rewatching that. Yeah.
Yes.
Is it because of the Pink Ranger?
No, it's because of the Green Ranger. Because of this guy. He's my favorite.
Oh,
I love Tommy. He's my favorite. Shout out to Jason David Frank, man.
I was gonna say
Rest in
would.
peace.
I'm
Rest
like,
in
are we
peace.
all now? We're all gonna be sad for a little bit.
Now we're all gonna be sad for Jason David Frank, unfortunately.
I know. Pour a beer out for the real one.
That
there,
was literally
Green
my
Ranger.
childhood too. Oh my god.
Yeah, that was my hero.
Yeah.
Jason David Frank was my hero, man.
Okay, now talking about Power Rangers again, and the main actor for the Red Ranger of the recent Power Rangers. Did you like the new Power Rangers that came out a few years ago?
Fuck no. There was one cool moment of that movie, and I did. I'll be honest. When I was watching it, I was not a fan of the movie. I really wanted to like it. I went into it really wanting to like it, and they didn't. I don't even know how long the movie was, but they didn't actually become the Power Rangers until like the third act. It's like they didn't even suit up. They didn't even morph until the very end of the movie. But when they did morph, and then when they brought out their Zords, they played the OG Go Go Power Rangers song, and I did shed a tear.
Oh my gosh.
I did cry. I did cry just a little bit when I watched that, and I was like, oh, okay, this is cool. And then it went back to sucking. I really wanted to like it, but it sucked.
Now, what made it suck for you?
It had everything going for it. Like, Bryan Cranston plays Zordon. That was perfect.
Yes.
I love Bryan Cranston as Zordon. I like the guy who was playing Jason the Red Ranger. I wish that Tommy was in it. He wasn't in it. They didn't have any Green Ranger. And the fact that they focused on the kids being the kids for too long, and they didn't actually become Power Rangers until like the last 20 minutes of the movie. Mm-hmm. And then it was over. And it was like, okay, you called this movie the Power Rangers, but it's like the Power Rangers in this 2-hour movie was for 20 minutes. So that's what the bummer was.
Okay.
That's an interesting choice to do in a movie where the point of it is to actually have them be Power Rangers. That's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Yeah, because didn't they also focus on Rita Volpulsa, the Elizabeth Banks character?
Yeah. And they made her the OG Green Ranger.
I know.
She was the OG Green Ranger, and Zordon was the OG Red Ranger, and they all lost their powers or whatever. And then Zordon made the new Power Rangers, and it comes to find out that Rita was the OG Green Ranger. It's like, what the fuck are we doing?
That's
What
weird.
are we doing?
No, okay. Now, saying this, you grew up in the 90s. Did you see the original 90s Power Rangers movie?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
With Ivan Ooze.
Yes.
Yep.
With Ivan Ooze. Absolutely. And they got their Ninja Zord powers.
Okay.
Yeah. I've seen it.
Okay, just making sure.
Absolutely, I've seen it.
Oh, Nomi, you can see the Power Rangers in the background.
I do see it.
Yeah. They're there.
I just want to make sure, okay? This is an important question.
Yeah.
Okay.
The movie starts off with them skydiving, and Tommy Oliver, the White Ranger, he jumps out of the plane with a snowboard, and he's got a snowboard attached to him while he's skydiving on a snowboard. That shit was awesome.
I wasn't allowed to watch Power Rangers, so I'm gonna have to listen.
But you're the one asking me about the movie.
I just remember that was a pivotal movie in my childhood career, my childhood life, and I'm like, I wonder if any of my normal friends have seen it besides me.
Dude, I think
But when I said Ivan Ooze, you were like, yeah, that one.
I knew there was a purple character.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
All right.
That's as much as you know. See, purple.
All right.
Nomi.
I'm sorry.
You're like, yeah, that one. I've never seen it.
It's because I think the majority, like, if you grew up in the 90s, the majority of everybody watched the Power Rangers at one point. That was just like an after school thing. I remember watching them after school.
If you were a dude, you had a crush on Kimberly, or if you were a girl, you had a crush on Tommy Oliver. That's just how it was.
Yeah, totally.
I literally cannot relate.
Oh my gosh.
But
wow.
I know.
Yes, like I even remember me and my friends being like all cringe at lunchtime playing Power Rangers. And we would each pick like a Power Ranger to like be for lunchtime, and then everybody would just be like copying the episode that we saw like the day before or something. Like I still remember that.
Yes, but I don't know. I will have to watch it and just see like, okay, this is what they were talking about. Now
it's on Netflix. All of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, all of the seasons of the OG Mighty Morphin is on Netflix. I'm binging through them right now.
Oh my gosh. Now that I'm an adult, I can make my own choices and watch whatever I want. I can't wait. But now that means I have to get my account activated again.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of fun going back and watching things that you watched as a kid and then watching it again. It's interesting.
It is interesting, and sometimes it's painful because you're like, oh, fuck, this was cringe.
And then that just reminded me, because you have Batman in the background. I started watching the Batman series too from the 90s, and I was like, oh,
the animated series?
Yes, the animated series.
Yeah. Yep. Shout out to Kevin Conroy. Another lost legend.
Yes. I think that was my lineup. It was Batman, and then they had X-Men, and then they had the Amazing Spider-Man.
Yep, the Spider-Man series. I love that series.
Those were all
so that's why I like Batman, because that was one of the animated shows out there that I was allowed to watch because of it was based on heroism and whatever he did to protect the city.
So is Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Power Rangers were protecting the world.
I know. But I don't know if you're normal. I think you are. But I was raised hella Christian. I was raised on a farm. Oh, my light went out. I'm sorry. But so everything was the devil to my parents. That is my upbringing.
Wouldn't they be more concerned about you watching Batman than the Power Rangers?
No.
I mean, some of the monsters that Rita cooked up for the Power Rangers were a little weird. And then when Mighty Morphin moved from Rita to Lord Zed was pretty fucking freaky looking.
Yeah, he was crazy.
Yeah, he was creepy looking. So I can get it, I guess, a little bit. Lord Zed, yeah, he's a freak.
Oh yeah, that's true. He did look a little.
Yeah.
So Nomi's catching up on all of the animated shows she's missed, and I'm catching up on all of the live action shows I missed because I grew up without TV. So I have a list of things that I'm getting through.
There are dozens of us. Dozens.
We just finished Friends like 2 days ago.
Oh.
Did you eventually start liking it?
Yes. It took me a while to get into the characters. Like around the end of season 2, it's like, okay, I really care about these characters. And I cried at the finale. I cried at the end.
You're supposed to. You're supposed to.
And then we ended up watching the reunion from like 2 years ago. That was really sweet.
Yeah.
We really liked that.
That's awesome. I'm glad you ended up liking it.
Yes.
Friends is iconic. I love Friends.
And we also
I never got into it
this year, so that
you have to try.
We keep bringing.
You got to give it time. You got to give it time.
Shows now.
Mm-hmm. See, I like the shows that I did watch as a kid because like I was with my parents. I just remember they would turn it off immediately if something like an innuendo was in there. My favorite show in the 90s was The Nanny. I don't know if anyone remembers that with Fran Drescher.
Oh my gosh, that was such a funny show.
Yes, that she's like this New Jersey girl, all bougie, and then she's this nanny and doesn't know what she's doing, and she's working for this rich high-end family.
That one was fun. That was a good TV show. I remember
I don't remember that one. The Nanny.
Yeah. Like she's like from the Bronx, but she's a New Jersey girl. And yeah, she was just trying to sell like makeup products, and like the rich family dad, he's like, hey, you can be the nanny. And then she's had, I don't know, just like funny things that happen. And there's like one girl who is trying to get with like the dad because he's single, and just kind of fights with the nanny, just whatever she tried to do to like get her out of the way, but ends up kind of being funny. It's been a while since I've seen the show, but
do you remember Sabrina the Teenage Witch?
Wasn't allowed to watch it.
I did get to watch that. I'm assuming live action, not the animated, right?
Yeah.
Oh, the animated one? That's right. There was an animated one. Still wasn't allowed to watch it.
Yes, and then on Instagram, a bunch of things will pop up sometimes of old Nickelodeon shows too, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I should
Drake
go back
and Josh.
Yes.
Drake and
Josh. I was obsessed with a few of them. Like I really wanted to be on Guts. And I wanted to be. Yes. I so wanted to be on Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Yes,
I really wanted to. Would have been great.
And then what was it? Wild and Crazy Kids too was around that time also.
So when Drake and Josh was still like a hot show, random story, because in the town that I live in, Drake was in the Walmart across the street that I live in. Like he was just there passing through, and I didn't believe it. And this was when I guess Facebook had just started, but there was pictures of him circulating, just hanging out. And yeah, sure enough, he was just passing through. He came to my local Walmart hanging out, and I missed it by 3 hours.
Met Drake Bell.
Really? You have?
I met Drake Bell. I was hanging out with some friends. We went up to Venice Beach in California, and we were just walking up the boardwalk in Venice Beach, and we seen these people with a GoPro. One was on a skateboard, one was walking around with the GoPro, and then another person was doing something, and it was Drake Bell, the dude with the GoPro recording something. He was making like just some like guerrilla photography video, and it was Drake Bell. I'm like, holy shit, that's Drake Bell.
What the heck?
And I went up to him and I said, hey, Drake Bell, how you doing? He goes, hey, man. And that was it.
And then now
Fucking
he's
Drake
like,
Bell.
what?
And now he's a pedophile.
He's a pedophile.
Yeah. Damn.
Wow.
Dang, times change.
Yeah.
Yes. Like freaking Nickelodeon. That's like pedo
Crazy
central.
shit, man.
No,
Crazy shit.
Well, if we're talking about like Disney and Nickelodeon stars growing up and now their lives are a mess, I had a good friend who used to be Demi Lovato's chaperone, and the things that he would tell me from being her chaperone are wild. He would go and Disney would throw these massive parties filled with alcohol and drugs, and was her downfall of how she became addicted to cocaine.
Yeah, and now she's a they them.
And now she shaves her head because she thinks she's attractive with a spider tattoo on her bald head. No, would you, Beardo, if Demi Lovato came up to you?
I Beardo, would you?
Would not. No.
Cocaine or after cocaine?
Well, no, before she was like a child, so that's weird.
Well, she was good looking as well. She still
She was an adult for some time before she went full blown off the rails. I mean, she was a pretty good looking, woman before.
Yeah.
But now she's batshit crazy.
Yeah. No, she went all weird. I don't know.
She's a they them.
She's a they them and coming out with weird songs. Well, I also heard one of her recent songs that came out. I think she realized like, oh, I'm losing fans because I'm pretty psychotic. I think I should probably hire some people to write good songs so I can sing to them. I think her latest song's called
That's a good move.
31, I believe. That's her song. I don't know. It sounded very bass. I was like, that's not cocaine Demi that I'm listening to. That sounds, I'm kind of getting help Demi. That's just me.
Good.
So
she's no longer singing to ghosts?
Yeah. She's no longer singing to ghosts.
That was really cringe.
Good.
I was worried for her. Well, I'm still worried for her.
Well, somebody in the chat says that she's dating a man now.
Yes. I know she was dating Wilmer Valderrama for a while, and like he messed up her heart.
Another confirmed.
And that's what led her to being a they them.
Yeesh.
Something I don't know.
I think he dated a lot of underage actresses in his time too.
I don't know a lot about Wilmer Valderrama. I just know that he was Fez in that 70s show.
I think he dated Lindsay Lohan before she was 18 too, I think.
Man, he has a track history of girls going to cocaine.
Imagine dating well, is it Lindsay Lohan? No, it's Hillary Duff. Hillary Duff is
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
mega smoke show still.
Yep.
Mega smoke show. I mean, but imagine dating someone and breaking up, and the breakup is so bad that you don't even know if you're a man or a woman anymore. You know?
I mean, I've kind of
That's pretty
had
bad.
my heart breaks, but
Yeah, imagine like getting
Yeah.
broken up with so bad, you're like, fuck, am I even a woman?
Am I that messed up?
Mm.
No, like, see, I've had some heartbreaks, but never.
Wilmer Valderrama brings that out in women. Apparently.
so.
Maybe he's the problem. Wilmer Valderrama. But speaking of Hillary Duff, like, yes, I grew up, I was a huge fan, still a huge fan of like Lizzie McGuire. But the fact that she's, you know, didn't go crazy and she CrossFits now and she has this amazing bod that I aspire to have, that I need to work myself, take myself to the gym. I love who she is and how she became this person. And now she's like pregnant with her, fourth child now?
Yeah.
Yes. And yes, she is a smoke show.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yes. I know that a good friend of mine later on came out to me that she is a les, and Hillary Duff was the one who turned her. That's something she admitted to me.
Wow.
Yes. I was like, all right, I can see the appeal, but okay, that's what gets you there.
wild.
Yes.
I mean,
That's
Hillary Duff
wild.
is gorgeous, and she's kept a good head on her shoulders for so long, unlike so many other child stars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like literally everybody went crazy. Lindsay had her little thing where she went wild. Who else?
Amanda Bynes went
Amanda
loco.
Bynes. Oh my
Bynes.
gosh, she's
She
still
went
like
crazy.
that
With
too.
face tattoos and all.
Oh my gosh.
What, Beardo, would you go out with a girl with face tattoos?
No.
Are we just making a profile for who Beardo should date now?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm good.
You don't want to go out with
No
a girl
face
who has like a little teardrop
Nice.
tattoo on her
Mm.
eye and be like, hey, 9-time Pokemon champ.
That's a
I'm
red
good.
flag.
I'm good.
Wait, face tattoos are red flags to you, Lily?
Yes. What the Like,
Unless Ana de Armas had one single
Oh my
face tattoo, I think I'd be okay with it.
Okay.
That's the only exception.
no, but she's too beautiful to get a face tattoo.
I know. She would never. She would never.
Distracting.
I know.
I think
that would
Ryan
ruin her career.
Ryan Gosling had a movie where he had a bunch of tattoos everywhere too, and I was like, no, that's not.
Mm.
No. I mean, I don't mind tattoos. Don't twist my words, people. It's just leave this. Leave the
See, okay, so I've met Post Malone randomly at a restaurant here in town, and he's a nice dude, but yeah, it's the facial tattoos that throw me off. Where I'm like, no, I think I'm okay with not dating a guy with facial tattoos.
Post Malone. I like Post Malone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
He's super based.
Even
He's
though
a
he's
good
a Cowboys
artist.
fan,
Really?
you like him even though he's a
And
Cowboys.
he's sponsored by Bud Light.
He is sponsored by
Uh,
but he's a Cowboys fan.
Yeah, he's a super
Full
Cowboys fan.
talent. Yes. I don't know if I would say that. I would say yes to Post Malone. Even though he's based and all, it just
I don't even think
Well,
he-
and he's a severe chain smoker.
Oh.
So you'd have to deal with the constant cigarette breath and him
That's a
smoking
red flag for
cigarettes,
me.
Okay.
That's a red
No,
flag
that's
for
a red
me.
smoking
flag.
like a
Yeah.
chimney.
Yes.
Dude smokes like 2 packs of cigarettes a day.
unless you're looking for like an early
But he makes millions of dollars. So you'd be living lavish, but he smokes several cigarettes a day.
See, but that's something I'm not willing to compromise myself. Even though he has the money, I would not give that up on me. Like,
No.
you're a smoker? No.
Just because it's made of gold, it's still an ashtray. You don't want to.
Just because you got me tickets to go see the Dallas Cowboys, I'm still not going to say yes.
It's the secondhand smoke too. No.
Yeah.
Fair point. Fair point.
I don't want to die just because you're slowly killing yourself.
What's worse, the fact that he's a Cowboys fan or the fact that he's a chain smoker?
Ooh.
Chain smoker.
Smoker.
You're talking to two Dallas Cowboys fans.
Oh,
Beardo.
I forgot. My bad.
Yes.
Yes.
The truth comes out about Lily.
I know.
But yes.
I mean, hey, I'm loyal to my team. Okay, I will never change it, no matter what. So
Never
Say never.
What if you meet a guy?
I was gonna say that.
What if you meet a guy and he's a diehard Packers fan? And he said, hey, I really want you to root for the Packers. You love him so much. He's your perfect guy. Your perfect guy. He is a 10 out of 10 man dime. He is your perfect 10. But he's a Packers fan. He's a man. No. He's your perfect dream guy. He treats you nice. He is the perfect dude. And he's a Packers fan. He says, my love, I want you to stop being a Cowboys fan and root for the Packers. You wouldn't?
Then he wouldn't be my perfect guy because he would have set me.
That's lame. That's lame. Lame.
I would accept him for liking a really crappy team too. He should be able to accept me for liking a team that he thinks is crappy. The
Packers smoked the Cowboys in the playoffs this year.
I know. That's why I hate them. No, because I actually had an ex-boyfriend who was a huge fan of the Eagles. Like, I'm talking huge.
Okay, that's even worse. That's
yes. Worse. So every single time that football season rolled around, it was just like a nightmare because I was like, really? How can you? And the rest of his family were all Cowboys fans. He was the only, and I was like, were you dropped as a child? Like,
okay, let's go AFC. Let's go AFC. What if he's a huge Bengals fan? Perfect guy. No. Perfect guy. He's a Bengals fan.
No.
And he says, hey, listen, my wife, I want you to stop rooting for the Cowboys and root for the Bengals.
No.
For me.
Well, we're already married. Why does he want me to change teams?
It's foresight. It's foresight. He's speaking to you as if he wants to make you his wife, but you're not his wife yet.
No.
It's foresight.
No. I'm going to be loyal to my team the way that, what's his name? Who was it this past weekend at the Super Bowl?
He was there and he was wearing a cowboy.
No. Oh my gosh, I keep forgetting his name because Travis Kelce's in the freaking news all the time. His brother, Jason, right?
Oh, Jason, yeah.
Yes, his wife was at the game and she refused to wear a Chiefs jersey because she didn't want to be disrespectful to her husband.
But she's rooting for her husband's team. She's rooting for the Eagles, which is her husband's team.
But I don't think she had a team prior to that.
So here's okay. So let's say this, Lily. Let's say this.
No.
Let's say no. Let's say you find a guy who is in the NFL and he plays for whatever team. Let's say he plays for the Colts. You find a guy, he plays for the Colts. Maybe he starts, maybe he doesn't, maybe he sees a few snaps here and there. But he plays for the fucking team. He plays for the Colts. Or any other team, but not the Cowboys. And this is your guy, your perfect guy. He's an NFL star. He plays in the NFL for the Colts, let's say. Are you not going to drop the Cowboys for the Colts?
No, but I would find a way to support him.
Oh! That's pain. That's painful.
I said I would find a way to support him. So if that was like a thing that was serious and he was my perfect guy and he didn't play for the team that I love, I mean, that's different. But in my heart, it will always be the Cowboys.
That's pain. That's pain.
Now, I have Dom H in the chat asking the real questions here. Beardo, would you?
Like, would you?
No.
Exactly.
Okay, what's your reason then?
Because I'm the guy.
No,
I'm the man. I'm the man in the relationship.
Okay, so you wear the pants.
The woman is supposed to take on her man's team.
I thought it was supposed to.
I don't make the rules. I don't make the rules. The woman is supposed to take on her man's team. I don't make the rules.
Or you can just.
That's how it's
I
supposed
think
to
you
be.
just made that a rule.
Yeah. Or you can just have a really fun season every season and fight and make up and fight and make up. And
Well, here's the thing. You gave Lily a perfect example. Like, hey, like, he's in the Super Bowl. He's, awesome. He's doing this. He's for the, I don't know. I'm going to say the Eagles because of Lily, what you said. Lily gave her reason. She's like, no, I would not do it, but I'll find a way to support him. You wouldn't find a way to support your wife if she was, I don't know, an Arizona Cardinals fan? Not a New York Giants fan?
If she was a Cardinals cheerleader.
Oh
But
my
here's
God.
the thing. I don't know if I would, because the comparison I made is if her guy played for the team.
Mhm.
If my girlfriend is a Cardinals fan, I'd say, well, not anymore. You're a Giants fan.
What if she refuses? Would that be a red flag for you?
I'd be like, okay, we'll give it time.
But doesn't
What if she's a
I
cheerleader?
said eventually you'll be a Giants fan. If
Doesn't-
she was a
If she was a cheerleader for the opposing team.
I wouldn't date her.
No.
doesn't that
wouldn't date her.
show you though that she?
I wouldn't. If she was a cheerleader, I wouldn't date her because she's too close. She's too close to the players, and I don't think that's an insecure thing. I just think that's something. It's like that's something I can't compete with. That's something that's just like, oh well, every day, day in and day out, she is surrounded by these multi-millionaire athletes who are, they spend every single day with each other or near each other in the same facility. I wouldn't want to do that to myself. So I wouldn't date a professional cheerleader for a professional franchise. I wouldn't do it.
What if she's a cheerleader?
I personally couldn't handle it.
What if she's a cheerleader for the Jets?
Oh, well, they suck. I'd probably do it.
Okay. After what you just said.
Yeah, they suck, so I'd probably do it. Yeah. If she's a cheerleader for a team that sucks, yeah, I'd do it.
Okay, well, what's the
All these
Giants
caveats.
rival team?
The Giants don't have cheerleaders.
No, what's their rival team to the Giants?
The Cowboys.
Cowboys.
Oh, that's true, because we did kick their butt at the beginning of the season.
Well, they're in the same division.
Would you date a cheerleader, Dallas Cowboy cheerleader?
I would, yeah, because the Cowboys suck.
Yeah, Nomi, we suck right now.
I know.
Like really bad. We can't get it together.
I know. It's because they always choke.
Yeah.
Like, I'm crying on the inside right now.
I personally think we need to get rid of Prescott. That's
Agreed.
yes.
Yeah.
Agreed. But as a Giants fan, I hope you guys keep him forever.
Oh my gosh. No, he's gonna get drafted with the Giants.
Drafted?
Or
What are
yeah,
you talking about?
he'll just get
Traded?
over there. Traded. There we go.
Okay.
Yes. Shows how much I know about sports ball.
Yeah.
What are you talking
But
about?
like so we are rivals to you guys, but the Cowboy fans hate the Eagles. We don't really hate
We
the
both
Giants.
hate the Eagles. We both hate the Eagles.
We
Yeah.
both hate the Eagles, but I don't really hear a lot of people hating on Cowboys fans hating on the Giants. I mean, I usually
There's
did it.
hatred. There's some hatred there.
When they would go to the Super Bowl, I was cheering for the Giants because I liked the Mannings. They're very
Well, there you go. That's
Yeah.
respectable.
guys. So I was always cheering for them.
Well, plus when the Giants went to the Super Bowl, we were playing the Patriots, and everybody hates the Patriots.
Yes.
Yeah, I wanted
Yeah.
Tom Brady to lose.
Yeah.
That's so mean.
That's
I know,
why.
but
That's why.
whatever.
All right,
Yeah.
Lily. Question for you. Oh, not that one. Would you allow your child to wear any other jersey, or are they just going to be born into a Cowboys life?
I mean, see, it depends too. Because if you're already married and your significant other, like if my husband cheered for another team, and that's the weekend or that was the day that their team's playing, sure. I mean, he can wear a different jersey. But then when the Cowboys are playing, but if they're playing each other, then that would be interesting. Maybe I'd have to find like a split jersey.
Just cut it in half and sew it together.
Cut it in half, yeah, and sew it back together.
Yes. All right, guys. So we are coming up to the 2-hour mark. We can go ahead and cut it here. I just had a fun time hanging out with you guys. What other way would I spend Valentine's with my best friends on the internet? I hope you guys feel the same way as well.
There.
It's not because I have a life or a date I need to get to. Actually, before I hate that I'm not like pressing on time. In a few hours, I actually was asked if I can be part of an auction off to go on a date with someone. So
What?
Wow.
yes,
That's a thing?
yes, it's a thing. So I don't know if like.
Oh yeah, I got one of those too coming up.
It's not because like I'm like, yeah, I'll go on a date. I'm so desperate. It's more of like, hey, like we really need a lot of women, and you're the only one that we know that is willing to help us out. I was like, well, first of all, I didn't say I'm willing to help out, but if you're asking me, I can help out. Yes, I will. So yeah, I'm gonna be on a dating show here locally. See if anyone wants to buy me a drink. It's just a fun game that I'm gonna be doing, and I don't know how this is gonna turn out.
Are they doing it for charity? Because I know there are some organizations that like do it for charity, like they auction off people for dates and they raise the money for charity. I've heard
I
of
don't
that
know.
before. Okay.
I was just told like come here at a certain time and we are going to introduce you and guys will pay to.
Mine is 100% for charity.
Okay.
I'm getting auctioned off for charity.
Okay, you're getting.
That's so sweet, Beardo.
I'm
a
kind
good guy.
of wondering. I'm kind of wondering if it's gonna be like a white chicks thing, like in the scene where they get auctioned off and they go on a date. It's Terry Crews going on one of the dates with the girls. I'm kind of imagining it would be that kind of scenario.
Oh my god!
Now, if it was Terry Crews himself, I'd be stoked so we can sing Vanessa Carlton's "1,000 Miles" together. But but I don't know. So that's what I got going on for my Valentine's Day after this. But if anything, I had more fun hanging out with you guys, chatting here and talking about sports and the future of Marvel and how we don't like Travis Kelce because he's a disrespectful jerk and Taylor Swift is the devil. But,
that pretty much wraps it up. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
So I'll go around the horn and then we'll do Beardo last to send us out, and then I'll end the stream from here. But Lily, what do you got going on this week?
So this week, well, obviously we have Dames and Dorks Thursdays. Today was like a special event because it's Valentine's Day. So check us out every single Thursday. We're usually on the Inside All Day podcast. And then I've been doing some shorts for Midnight Edge Espanol. So there's a bunch of content that's going up on there too. I'm doing a couple of streams with Polly on the Latino slant as well. And we also have a Game of Thrones stream on Mondays and a wrap-up of pop culture on Fridays on Legion Talk too. But everything's on my Twitter, so just follow me there, and I'll let you guys know what I'm doing. But yeah, that's it.
All right, Rachel, what do you have?
This week and next week, I will be busy with my day jobs and making more art for my channel. I'm actually working on making a master sword next, all out of foam, so that'll be fun for all you Legend of Zelda fans. I do have a stream that'll be on tomorrow, so if any of you follow Side Scrollers podcast, they're having their 1-year anniversary stream tomorrow, and I will be on very late, 10 to midnight, so it's a much later show. But other than that, you can follow me on Twitter, Sauron_cosplay, see what I have going on there. Any videos that I make for my channel, Out of Line Crafting, post all that information up there. Any other streams, you can catch me there. Otherwise, we do this every Thursday, so we should be back for Dames and Dorks next Thursday. Usual time.
Yes. And I'll go ahead and go next. So yeah, I am Nomi Without You. Thank you so much for hanging out. Everyone in the chat on my channel. Nadia will be back next week. She had to take today off as she is recovering from certain things that she's going through in her life. We'll be back with Dames and Dorks on her channel and Inside All Day. You can also find me making content for shorts with Midnight's Edge Espanol. I do have my own channel. I will be posting a video on Monday post Comic-Con and my reviews and my takeaways from it and what I enjoyed most about it. On Saturday, I will be on Screaming Into the Void with Samuel the Infamous. That will be 4 o'clock Mountain Time PM. So if you see me tweeting it, that's where I'll be. You can always find me on Twix because that's where I usually hang out and lurk. Beardo, what do you got going on?
I'm gonna go hang out, watch some Power Rangers, and drink some beer, and just hang out. Yeah. Tomorrow morning, I'm gonna be on High Tea with Drunk 3PO over on Drunk 3PO's YouTube channel, and
Nice.
that's about it. Thank you guys for having me. Happy Valentine's Day,
Thank you
and
so much for
yeah,
being
it was a great show.
Yes, this was great.
Yes, this was a lot of fun. And since I'm still a noob at this and Nadia knows how to do the intros and the outros of the videos, I don't have any of that set up, but we will go ahead and end it here. And y'all have a good night. Thank you so much for joining us. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.